What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Kool Movies Podcast, joined as always by my man Leo Wakil.
Sir.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
All right, so we are like 4 months late with this particular topic, which is our favorite movies of 2025, top 10 per se.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, mine are in like no particular order.
I have an order.
With the exception of
number one.
number one, obviously, and maybe like the first 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of them are like
random,
interchangeable, depending on my mood.
Yeah. Okay. I changed this list like 10 times just the beginning of this year for the number 10 spot mostly.
Yeah, I mean, because you've been asking me about this for a minute now.
Yeah.
And I've always kind of like...
Because this is something I always love to do. Because it's like a retrospective for the year for me.
Sure. And I guess for me, it's like I kept delaying it because the more I thought about it, the more I was like, it was not the best of years.
Really?
In general.
There
were some really good stuff, but it wasn't as if like, all right, there are like 5 movies vying for number 10. By the time I got to the end, it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
And that's what I meant. Like there were not a whole lot of contenders, maybe a handful of honorable mentions here and there. But yeah, there just wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
And that's including a lot of the Oscar stuff as well.
Yeah.
But let's start with you. Let's talk about what you got.
Yeah. So I have honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. All right.
So since it's 25, I'm gonna give my top 25.
Sure.
Up until 11, then we'll do. So 25, I have Wake Up Dead Man, the new Knives Out. 24, unpopular opinion, but Wicked for Good.
Okay.
Did you like Wicked for Good?
I liked the first one. The second one I liked less, but it was still good.
Yeah. Then 23, Train Dreams. Amazing. 22, kind of a hot take, Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning. I loved it. 21, Marty Supreme. 20, maybe you haven't heard of this one, The Ballad of Wallace Island.
No.
It's a beautiful movie. It's about a man who wins the lottery and he invites his favorite musicians to make a private concert for him in his island.
Where can we watch this?
I think my mom saw it this weekend. Yeah, Prime Video and Apple TV, but both rentals.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like a comedy. Yeah. 19, Weapons. 18, the documentary Perfect Neighbor, which is Oscar nominated. 17, I wanted to make it higher, but 17, The Secret Agent. Agente Secreto. 16, F1. 15, you're gonna laugh, Downton Abbey, the grand finale. It's a good movie. 14, The Long Walk.
Okay.
I
did see it. I did see The Long Walk. It was a good one.
I love The Long Walk.
Didn't make my top 10, but it was good.
Yeah. Almost like in the beginning of the year, like the first half, or at least when it released, it was definitely my top 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Then 13, Blue Moon.
Okay.
Ethan Hawke's nomination. You saw that one?
I did not.
I'm sure you're gonna really like it. It's cool.
Him and another known actor. Is it Jude Law?
Bobby Cannavale, maybe? It's him, Bobby Cannavale, Andrew Scott.
Andrew Scott.
And Margaret Qualley. Okay. It's really cool. I really liked it. 12, and this one I really wanted to put in the top 10 because it's I don't know, I think about it every day. I love it. Thunderbolts.
Really, man?
Really, yeah. I think it's one of the, honestly, as time goes by, one of the best MCU movies of the past 5 years.
You are out of your head.
I love Thunderbolts.
You're on medication, bro. No way.
Like, have you seen the people who made it?
What do you mean the people?
Like the cinematographer. It looks better than other movies because it's the guy who did The Green Knight. The director is the guy who made Beef. The actors are doing good performances. And the third act is like kind of inventive visually. And I don't know, it was super emotional. I thought it was kind of beautiful.
All right,
yeah.
You enjoyed it.
It touched me.
All right, fine.
And number 11, kind of a cheap one because I didn't really know where to put it. But How to Train Your Dragon, the live action. Just because it's like, I don't know, in general, I shouldn't even include in this list because it's the same movie as the animated one. But it does have that touch that we talked about last episode.
It changes in just the subtle but correct ways for it to be live action.
Tone, right, where it needed to. So I like, as a theater experience, this might have been my favorite one because I was levitating. What about you?
All right, so the only real honorable mention I have is the what you just mentioned, How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
but as top 10, so you did the other one, so I'll just go into my top 10. I'll just say that between
your number 10, my number 10. I know you don't have an order, but just
sure. I can put in order, kind of. Yeah. Like I said, 4 to 10 is where they can be interchangeable, but for now they're fine where they are. So for my number 10, I have Warfare.
Really?
I really, really liked Warfare. One, I like military movies, and it had. Have you ever seen Jarhead from Sam Mendes?
No, but I've heard of it. With Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah.
Yeah, it has a similar quality in the sense of like nothing really happens for most of it, and in Nothing Happened, there's this weird kind of tension that builds.
Yeah.
But this one is much different because everyone is in a confined space and it's almost in real time.
Yeah.
And you're kind of freaking out because of it. So I dug that.
Yeah.
What was yours?
I want to say about Warfare, like I love Alex Garland.
Yeah.
But it's in my bottom 5 of the year. I didn't hate it when I first saw it, but as I kept thinking of it, I was like, this guy can do so much better that I don't know. It's a cool experiment for me because it's all based on memory too, right? It's only what the guy remembers.
I don't buy that it was written by someone, but I'm pretty sure like, okay, I wrote this scene. Tell me, give me feedback. You know, so I'm pretty sure he was directly involved.
Yeah. He was the war consultant for Civil War.
Okay.
That's how Alex Garland met him.
Okay.
So he said, I have a few stories to tell, so let's make a movie about it.
Yeah, and I think because Quentin Tarantino talks about this all the time, where it's like he can do whatever he wants, but he still chooses to use the framework of the genre he's working in. So that's why it's like you can gangster movie, Western, but still, war, still his take on it. You know what I mean? And so that's what I kind of like with Alex Garland did, because he's so known for science fiction.
Yeah.
And so like, how is he going to bring his filmmaking sensibilities to something that is out of his wheelhouse?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of what I liked a lot of.
And I think this ensemble cast of young actors,
it was great.
It's brilliant. I love everyone. Good. Like Joseph Quinn and Charles Melton.
Yeah.
And Will Poulter.
Such and Such's son, James Gandolfini's son, Michael Gandolfini.
Michael Gandolfini, yeah. It's a cool cast.
There's some good things.
So
your 10 is?
My number 10 is Zootopia 2.
Christ.
Look, the more I thought, let's start with Zootopia 1, which was a childhood favorite for me.
Sure.
I rewatched it before the second one, and it did lower a little. Like, I had it in my favorites of all time. It's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And the more I thought about Zootopia 2, the more I realized it's better than the first one. And I didn't think that when I first saw it. But it's because we don't have that much, this kind of animation done nowadays. Right. Where you have, of course, most animation you have, especially Pixar, you have that underlying message, right?
Sure.
This one you also do, and it's political as the first one. But it's such a brilliant world to explore. And it does feel like a reflection of our world in a brilliant way. I think the way they do that the message underneath the story, it's more nuanced than the first one. And the characters also, like, you probably won't care as much since you don't love the first one about the characters. Yeah. But like I grew up with Judy Hopps, Nick Wilde. So seeing their relationship evolve in a mature way, like there's a scene in the end. It's like a confrontational scene that it's such a brilliant mix of comedy and drama, and it works really well. And I think the new characters, the beaver and the snake, are fun in general. And I don't know, like when I thought back of the year, I had my number 10. I had Marty Supreme. I had F1. I had The Secret Agent.
Marty Supreme is not in your.
Yeah, I had so many weapons. I have so many movies, but then I thought, like, which movie I think about more, surprised me more, and made me feel more. It's Zootopia 2.
And it's funny how you're talking about the underlying message or theme of both Zootopia movies, basically. To me, the reason why I don't like it is because I don't feel like it's underlying. I feel like it's right in your face.
Yeah, for the second one, I feel like it's a little more subtle, mostly because it has a clear plot. Like the first one, it was more, let's present this world and they're politicians. So it's more direct, right? For this one, like you have the storyline with the snake and the lynx family, which is so fun. But you have like a direction, the movie should go, and then things go out of plan, and that's how the conflict comes into play. And
because I compare it a bit to another like all animals movie, Sing. Have you ever seen any of them? I love those movies, and it's the opposite because it
doesn't have a message.
It has a message, but it's way more universal, But if you watch it enough, and of course I have a small child, so I've seen it many times, you start to kind of get these underlying tones, which I think are deep enough that it doesn't feel like a propaganda piece. It's way more about, they don't have to be animals. And that's kind of like my thing. And where it's like everyone, especially in the first one, everyone is presented as like they have their own personal journeys to overcome. Like, for example, you have Rosita, who's the pig, and she has like 25 kids. You know what I mean? And she's married, and she feels unseen because her husband is super overwhelmed at work. Her kids are just too busy making a mess and, growing up. And then with her performance, she is seen by her family. So that's kind of like one of those things.
That's
like,
nice.
Yeah, so you see these little things here and there that are way more present than the message necessarily. It's about like the characters' journeys. Those are the most front and center things, which is why I like Sing so much.
And especially like you said about the character journey being the theme, right?
Yes.
I think the second Zootopia did it well because you have the conflict between Judy and Nick. When they are together in the first half, they are bickering and it's not like joke stuff like when they're bickering. They're actually fighting about what they should do to find the snake. And then in the second half, when they separate, you feel that. And the reunion, which is the climax, the emotional scene I talked about, it works because of that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 9. This is a surprising one because I don't think many people watched it. Playdate.
What's that?
Playdate is with Alan Ritchson and Kevin James. It's on Prime, where we talked about this briefly in a previous episode. Kevin James is the stepfather of what seems like a 12 or 13-year-old boy, and they're finding very difficult. He's really trying to connect with him, but the boy is maybe a little too needy, and they can't connect in the ways that he knows how to connect, specifically sports. They meet in the park one day, Alan Ritchson's character, and he's like a complete goofball psycho. And then when they organize a play date because the sons like bond. And so they go to a kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese type of place. And then you just see more and more of how Alan Ritchson's character is like unhinged, he plays it super funny. He's so great at comedy. And then as they're leaving the place, they start getting chased by these unknown people. And it's a car chase, it's explosions, it's action. And then as the story unfolds, you understand why that's happening. And a little bit, I'll say, because it's even said in the trailer, was Alan Ritchson's son reveals like, oh no, he's not my dad. He just took me. Yeah. But then you understand like why that happens. Yeah. But it's so ridiculous. Cool. And Kevin James plays the straight man to this, and he's like, what the hell is happening? Who are you? Playdate on Prime. Completely ridiculous. I don't say it's a hot take, it's my take. Alan Ritchson is funnier than Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because he really sells it. It's really, really well done. Yes.
I saw a Prime movie this year called, it was with Bryce Dallas Howard, Nick Mohammed, and Orlando Bloom.
Okay.
It's Deep Cover.
Okay.
It's funny. I liked it.
Because there's an early 90s movie called Deep Cover with Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah, a classic. Classic. Again, 90s. Okay. Okay. You're number 9.
Number 9 is Hamnet. Hamnet. You haven't seen Hamnet yet?
Of course not.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm so lazy.
One day.
But I will now. After her win and her speech, and what you told me about like how it, as a parent, you can connect to it.
Yeah.
I'm more and more interested in watching.
I have a weird relationship with Hamnet because the more I see online discourse on Hamnet, the more hate I see. Because I get what people say.
But do you think it's like honest, like authentic hate? I'm starting to doubt like all hate.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets a little disingenuous, but mostly some of the stuff that people say makes sense. I agree with some stuff. Like the general consensus for the hate is that it's emotionally manipulative. It doesn't have much substance. It's bland. It's screaming for screaming's sake. It's suffering for suffering's sake.
That would be The Bride. Screaming for screaming.
You've seen The Bride now?
I've seen bits of it, and
yeah, I like The Bride.
Yeah,
I know. Well, I thought it was fun. I don't know, but yeah, Hamnet just went. I had a particular relationship with Hamnet, which is something I feel is hard to have when so many people are talking about a movie.
Yeah,
because the thing I praise about Hamnet is very different to what other people praise. Because many people say,
I like that.
"Oh, I cried so much. I didn't shed a tear." I of course it's emotional as hell, but it's what comes before that makes it worthy. And I love a good period piece that's well staged, that looks good, that you have actors that you know are like. Have you seen an interview with Paul Mescal and Jessie Buckley?
No,
they're goofballs, and in the movie they're like brilliant. Especially like, of course, Jessie Buckley, she won her Oscar. But Paul Mescal not being nominated, it might be the biggest number of the decade for me.
Really?
One of the biggest numbers of the decade. Truly, like I think everything he does is so specific to what his character went through and what she went through, and their dynamic throughout. It's beautiful, and of course the ending it's amazing. And I do think it's like I've seen an Instagram reel saying this movie has the meaning of life. Maybe not that. But it's very touching.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Number 8, F1.
Nice.
F1.
Cool.
I loved everything. I even love the fact that I confused Rebecca Ferguson with the actress.
With Jerry Condon, yeah.
Yeah.
But the guy, they're identical, yeah.
I loved chemistry between
Damson Idris and
Brad Pitt. Excellent chemistry. And I liked because there's so much of it that reminded me of Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
I don't know if you.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but you told me about that.
It's very, very much kind of a carbon copy, except for the story aspect of Brad Pitt's character. Like in Days of Thunder, Tom Cruise's character got kicked out of the league, and now he's switching to NASCAR, whereas Brad Pitt is just old. And
he was great. No,
he was great. He suffered an accident, and now he's just kind of getting by. But basically the same thing. Oh, and also the like mentoring a young guy.
Yeah,
like Tom Cruise is the young guy.
Yeah, that's classic. Like
you know what I mean?
Most.
But I dig that.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
cool.
I mean? It's a constant theme that shows up in so many movies and stories. But there's a reason for that because you connect with it on some level.
And it's something like. It became such a pattern that it kind of stopped happening.
Exactly.
Like, what was the last time
maybe
Top Gun Maverick, but it's the same director.
Yeah, but not even, because it's very much about Maverick.
Still. Yeah.
Like, is he mentoring these young guns? Yes,
but
they are not the main thing. Like Tom Cruise is star of the show, always will be. You know what I mean?
He's having Digger with Alejandro Iñárritu, his new movie.
I heard a fun rumor. It's only a rumor. I will help spread the rumor that Tom Cruise is in talk to be the villain in the Miami Vice movie with Austin Butler and Michael B. Jordan.
Nice.
And
Oscar winner Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, Oscar, Academy Award winning Michael B. Jordan. That's also going to be directed by Joseph Kosinski.
You told me about that. You didn't tell me about Tom Cruise, but yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So that's cool. But yeah, I mean, I love a good sports movie. I love a cliche sports movie, you know.
When it's done this well, with
when
this
it's done
much
this
money.
well, great. Yeah. Oh my God. Like the production of it. Because one of the main problems with Days of Thunder that you only know about it if you dig deep is putting those giant cameras of the early 90s on these cars.
Which
You
now
know what I
is
mean? Now is like it's a tiny little GoPro maybe, and
that even moves.
yeah. So it's the cinematography was excellent.
Yeah.
I understand. I think it was nominated for best cinematography.
No, it was for best editing and
Editing
like
is
in terms of
great
that, yeah,
and
editing
everything.
and
And just
sound.
the scale of it all.
Every
Scale
chase.
was great. I just really loved F1. Super fun popcorn summer movie.
Big movie.
Big movie. That's what you want your summers to be like. That's what I want my summers to be like, anyways.
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer doing
amazing
the
score.
You know,
Even the original songs. I thought like every time a needle drop came in, because they're all original songs, right? There's one called "Lose My Mind," which the back sound, like the background sound, is Hans Zimmer's main theme, and it works really cool. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. What about you?
Number 8.
Yeah, you're number 8.
This I don't know if you've seen it. I think you have. Mickey 17.
I did see it. It was very to me.
I think this is. I don't know. I get why most people say it's
Yeah.
Because it makes sense, but especially when you think about Bong Joon-ho.
Yes.
Right? Because what do you have? Snowpiercer. I've seen Snowpiercer.
I love Snowpiercer.
I think it's good.
I love it. I really love it.
Memories of Murder.
No.
You haven't seen it?
No.
It's
he did Parasite, right?
Yeah,
and
Parasite.
I know.
And I love Parasite. And I love all of them except for Snowpiercer a little bit less. But Mickey 17, honestly, was such a weird movie with such a change of pace for him. Because you come off of this Best Picture winner that is considered for many one of the greatest, it's not the greatest movie of all time. And you do this weird sci-fi comedy with political stuff. But I don't know, I think especially the ending. I think it's like a human movie. I think you find a lot of humanity in Robert Pattinson's Mickey's, right? And the cast, I think it's brilliant. Naomi Aki, I think it's one of the best supporting actresses we have right now. I think her in this movie is brilliant. And honestly, Robert Pattinson this might be his best performance for me. I think he's one of the best actors right now.
He's definitely an unexpected movie star / character actor.
A character actor, especially
he can do them both somehow.
Everything, yeah.
You know,
like in Tenet, he's a movie star, right? He has a presence, but I don't know. It's he does accents, he does personas, he does comedy, drama, everything, and I think it looks beautiful. For a sci-fi movie with a big budget, right? It's a Warner Bros. movie. Looks expansive, big, beautiful. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. It's a early release that stuck with me.
Because I think the guy who
shot.
Okay, so there's a 2009 movie. There's a very specific element of Mickey 17, the cloning thing, which reminds me of this movie, Moon. Have you seen this movie?
I haven't seen this movie, but I saw a reel about it this weekend, and then I discovered it's about like a clone. He finds himself. Right?
And it's very subtle. Whereas I think Mickey 17, really puts it, dials it up to 11.
You literally see his body's falling.
Yeah, exactly. But Moon is done in such a subtle and quiet way. So it's like cerebral, yet there's this interesting balance between cerebral and emotional with Moon, and then there's at the end there's some voiceover news commentary thing, and people are basically relating it to illegal immigration. So some of the themes are very underneath, it's very, very deep.
It's a remake, right?
No. This is from Duncan Jones, who later on tried to do a World of Warcraft movie.
I think I didn't see the movie, but I know the movie.
But it's really, really well done.
Because I think there's an old movie called Moon as well, but probably a different movie.
No, this one's
2009.
It's a quiet movie, and Sam Rockwell, he's awesome. But really, really worth it. Yeah,
I really want to see the new Sam Rockwell movie directed by Gore Verbinski, who did the Pirates movies, called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. I haven't seen it yet.
You mentioned it.
Yeah. It hasn't released here yet, but it's gonna. I'm excited.
You're number 8. Did you say your number?
My number, Mickey 17.
Mickey 17. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, and also here's what Mickey 17 reminds me of, because I did a video today reacting to a trailer for a movie called The End of Oak Street.
It looks amazing.
I love the director.
He did.
It Follows.
And the
Under Silver Lake.
I haven't seen neither. I probably
It
will
Follows
see both.
is one of my all-time favorite horror movies, and I don't even like horror movies.
Yeah.
But every now and again, one of them kind of pierces through, and I get it. Like Weapons was one of them. That is just like, it's brilliant.
It looks great.
It Follows, and here's the thing: like, it's an allegorical movie.
Really?
Like, yes,
I haven't seen it.
There's this great video by this. I don't think she does YouTube videos anymore. I think she's more on Twitch. Comic Book Girl 19, and she did a video where she talks about what a vampire signifies, what a werewolf signifies. So like, what are they symbols for? Yeah. And it got me thinking of like, what are the allegorical elements of horror movies and why people are just so drawn to them. And with It Follows, I'm not going to say what the allegory is, because I think once you watch it, it's good for you to kind of figure it out later on. Cool. Because you're just going to get locked into like, okay, are they going to get away? And
like Sinners, right? Where you get involved in the story and then you get the underlying things.
Exactly. Yeah. Although with Sinners, you can kind of figure it's a little bit more obvious, but this one kind of isn't.
Yeah, okay.
And then, at least in my case, when I figured out the allegory, I was like, oh, now I'm just dumb.
It was after you saw it.
After I watched it, I'm like, well, duh. It's so obvious. But it's so well done. The suspense moments are excellent.
I've seen one jump scare. The big guy behind the girl. That's all I've seen. It's a famous clip. I don't know even anything else. I've just seen this clip.
Just like when you see like, like the characters are talking and there's like a dolly shot or something. And then you see a character just kind of go, you don't really see what they look like, and then they turn around, start following them, and you're like, oh shit, go.
Man, I have to see this movie.
It's great.
This is something I thought about before. Do you think Weapons has an underlying theme? Because in general, don't.
Yes, I do. I think it's the natural, and see, we just kind of went through this in history, especially during COVID, the underlying conflict and tension that exists between the education system and parents. Okay. And as a teacher, I recognized it because even though I've never experienced that, me personally, but I know it's there. I've seen it before, and so I immediately recognized it. And then and there's a couple of things. You also have the underlying theme of like never wanting to grow old and die. That's a really big one.
And what I've heard a lot is school shootings, like they react like as if the kids had died, and that's how people would react. Oh, it's the teacher's fault. It's the parents' fault. It's the school's fault.
Yeah, just the assigning of blame. That kind of just goes around, and also just I think the main one, if you are a parent, is losing your child. That's like so those three things stuck out to me, but especially like the underlying conflict and tension that as a teacher, since I understand that it's there, I actively work to quell that. So like here we just went through parent teacher conferences.
Did you have many?
Yeah, I had a good amount. At the same time, it's like, because I know it's there, I want to get rid of it ASAP, so that's what I would say, like the allegorical aspects. Okay, we're at number 7.
Your number 8 was?
My number 8 was F1.
F1. So my number 7. My number 7 is?
No, I go first.
You go first.
Yeah.
I just said Mickey 17. True. It's you. Yeah.
My number 7 is The Naked Gun.
Yeah. Okay.
I love The Naked. Mind you, I don't feel like, at least for me anyways, like what I think are the best ones of 25. Those are the ones that I liked.
Yeah.
Those are my favorites.
Me too. Same thing.
You know what I mean? Yeah. The Naked Gun, like, I laugh so hard, so often. And I think we talked about this when we talked about it during another episode. It's like, I feel as if it was like a symphony of humor.
Yeah.
It was like violins, it was the horn section, it was percussion.
Every kind of comedy.
Every single kind of comedy just played, like the director really was a composer, like, okay, now I want you, now I want you, now I want you. Yeah. And it's just like the way he played it all is just magnificent. It's the chef's kiss.
The snowman scene had me dying.
To me, the bar scene
So
is the one that really got me. The O.J. Simpson scene.
that one I didn't get.
Yeah, I know. You kind of have to like understand a little bit of history and pop culture to get it, and just be of a certain age, And because I was there, like I was in the movie theater watching the original Naked Gun, and so to see that, I was like, oh man, it's just so great.
Yeah.
The chemistry between Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
I think she was
so good.
Yeah.
I never really thought of her being a comedic actress, but Homegirl's got skills that.
And they did the thing that like marketing stuff does, which is they're dating.
Yeah. Which I'm pretty sure they stole from Sydney Sweeney and
Glenn Powell. Yeah.
Which I'm fine with.
Marketing
is marketing.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, you're number 7.
My number 7.
I'm gonna turn this AC on.
Okay, my number 7. This one we have talked about. I know you disagree. Eddington.
Okay, fine.
I don't know. I think I'm just biased at this point because everything Ari Aster does, I think it's brilliant. I'm just a sucker
he is
for
brilliant.
most stuff he does. Yeah,
I just wasn't down with that third act.
That was my favorite part. One of my favorite parts.
All right.
So like, I did see Eddington after seeing his previous movies. Like I saw them all like a month before.
I think
he did. That's James Gray.
Oh, okay.
He did first Hereditary, which I like a lot. I don't think
it's Hugh Grant, right?
No, it's with Toni Collette.
Okay.
I like it a lot. I don't think it's one of the best horror movies of all time. Some people say. Then I saw Midsommar, which I liked a little less.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I liked a little less.
Really?
It made me think, maybe this guy's not as much for me. Then I saw Beau is Afraid.
Yeah.
And I fell in love.
Yeah, you were like, you kept talking about that.
Yeah, I love Beau is Afraid. I think it's like a movie I would dream about. Something that wouldn't exist. Yeah. That's why many people hated it. And then you get to Eddington, which is completely different. Like it doesn't seem like a movie he would make.
Yeah.
But I loved everything about the setting, the creation of this world.
Oh yeah.
The conflicts
things I really
that he created, the cast that he brought together, like especially bringing together Joaquin Phoenix against Pedro Pascal.
Great.
Especially Pedro Pascal. This is not a role I would expect from him, right? Like even though many people hate on him for doing many movies, I think he's great in everything. I think he's great in this. Joaquin Phoenix is great in this. Even Austin Butler, he has like a scene. He's great.
Yeah, and that's kind of my problem. I think he's wasted.
Yeah,
I think Emma Stone is
wasted. Both of them are wasted. They are absolutely wasted because they're there to prove a point, which isn't the best decision as a filmmaker, right? But still, I think the setting of the world, and especially like you didn't like the third act. Why? Mostly, like in general.
I feel like it wasn't properly set up.
Yeah. Okay. That's
my issue.
Yeah. I thought like as they created these conflicts between Pedro Pascal and Joaquin Phoenix, like you expected an ideological third act, like a political fight, or even explosions about politics or that stuff.
Yeah.
But he just says, "Fuck it," and ICE agents come in, and explosions come in, and Pedro Pascal dies before the third act, and it's so much madness. It's basically the result of political conflict that doesn't become political conflict. It's just fighting for the sake of being validated,
right?
Which is what I feel it did very well, especially the third act, which it's just chaos in the filmmaking and in the ideologies. Because there was a point I was like, why is he fighting for what he's fighting for? Why are they? There's no explanation anymore because they blew it over.
Right.
Which is kind of a overblown reflection of how the world works. It might be naive, but I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's my only. I'm never like. Let's take the. I don't think you've ever seen it, but the Game of Thrones.
I saw the first season.
Okay, so everyone complains, and rightly so, about kind of how it all is just rushed into it.
Last season.
Not just the last season, but even not in general. The first 4 seasons, I think, are just perfect.
Okay.
5th season's a bit of a dot. It kind of falls off, but still good, and then it falls off a cliff after that. And so when you take season 6 and 7 into account, I believe it's 7, but especially the last 2 seasons,
I think it
amazing
ends on 8.
moments, amazing moments, amazing scenes. But because you didn't build up to it or start to drop hints of it in a timely fashion, there's no real context for it.
Yeah.
So it feels very disposable.
Yeah.
So there's like this scene where a main bad guy dies in a way that is just, the scene itself built up perfectly. You know what I mean? And then when it finally happens, like you see reels about this online where those people went to go watch it in public, you know? And when that scene happens, like people go nuts. I went nuts. But then you start to think about it. And then it just kind of falls flat. Like, why did this happen? But what about that? There's just so many gaps that happen, you know? And so it might be an exhilarating moment, but it doesn't fit the bigger puzzle of it. And it's like a beautiful puzzle piece that doesn't fit anywhere, you know, or like fit properly. Yeah. And so that was my problem with it. And so the same thing with Eddington. But maybe he did that on purpose to kind of show how everyone suddenly goes nuts because of everything that happened before.
But that may not work for some people. That's
it didn't work for me.
And I get it.
So like if there were like these subtle maybe one-liners here and there that you don't think about. But then when you go back, you're like, oh, now I'm an idiot because it was hinted at. You know? And so that was my thing.
Cool.
Okay. House of Dynamite is
number six. Really? House of Dynamite? That high?
That high. I love just movies that just make me clench my fists.
Many people hated it. I didn't hate it. I thought it was cool.
I loved it. I loved it. And maybe it's because I went into it already loving everything that Catherine Bigelow does. I mean, she could do whatever and I'll enjoy it like crazy. And to me, having done a movie like Point Break, like gives you a pass for life. You know what I mean? You can do whatever. That's kind of, I kind of gave the same license to Rob Reiner. Because I think like in 95, he did American President, which I love. And I think 97, he did Ghosts of Mississippi, which is really well done, even though the rewatchability of it is not great. And then everything he does after that is just not good. But because he did Spinal Tap, because he did When Harry Met Sally, because he did A Few Good Men, like, bro.
Stand By Me.
Stand By Me. You do whatever you want. You made these things, so I could very easily just Control-Alt-Delete everything after a certain amount of time, you know? And so that, to me, is what Catherine Bigelow's at. It's like, but everything she does is incredible. And I love the tension. I love the different story lines that are connected in some way, shape, or form. And I even love the ending, you know, which a lot of people complain about. But she is just like, I think I said this before, she is now, for me, the heir to the throne of Hitchcock's master of suspense. Because she builds it up to a point where I think it's unbearable for some people. And I think that's the visceral reaction.
For me, especially the first story with Rebecca Ferguson. That was,
Well, I think I've told you this before. I love tension in a movie. And I understand some people don't, because I remember watching Inception in the movie theater. And the part where the van is falling in slow motion.
In the end?
Yes.
Okay.
It's falling and it keeps going. And I remember, and they just keep going deeper, right? Into the dream world. And I literally remember I'm watching this and I'm like, wow, this is so intense. Like, and then I saw a woman out of the corner of my eye towards the last part of where the van is dropping into the water. And the woman's just like, she literally does that. And I'm like, this movie is brilliant. I love it. It was a people. Visceral reaction, you know, which is what I think the best movies do.
Have you ever had like a physical reaction to a movie or a show?
Yes. The physical reaction I remember is Wolf of Wall Street. It's the Quaalude scene. It's when Leonardo DiCaprio, like him and Jonah Hill take what they call a lemon, and like an old school like Quaalude. Quaalude is a drug that doesn't exist anymore, really. And then like they take the drug, and then when it finally takes effect.
It's the phone scene.
Like that's crawling.
That's amazing.
To his car. And he drives home. And then Jonah Hill like chokes on the piece of ham. That entire scene, I remember when it ended and Leonardo DiCaprio just like collapses on the couch, I watched it a certain kind of way. I clicked the space bar to pause, and then I had to walk away. And I remember walking to the kitchen and literally saying out loud, I can't believe that just happened. I was just so like, what? It was unbelievably acted.
Yeah.
Just
that
was a movie in
scene.
itself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then I understood it even more when months later, I remember watching a thing that Leo talking about it, where he says he wanted a scene that was reminiscent of the scene in Goodfellas when Ray Liotta thinks he's being followed by a helicopter.
Yeah.
And so he wanted, and that's very much like a vignette. And he wanted something like that.
Yeah.
And then they come up with this madness, you know? Get off the phone! It's just so great. And that's the first one that comes to mind. Do you have one?
Watching Shrinking, the show.
TV
show I love.
Okay. With Harrison Ford?
Yeah, and Jason Segel. The final episode of season 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's it's not even a reveal, it's just an unexpected moment for a character, like a decision he makes, which is I twisted myself. Yeah. It was beautiful.
Okay, so your
my number six. So my number 6 is, I'm gonna talk briefly because you probably haven't seen it. Sorry, Baby.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
It's a perfect balance of tones. It's about a woman who has something terrible happen to her.
Okay.
And it's about her trying to make this not the highlight of her life. Because it is for a lot of people who have this happening to them. Mm-hmm. And it's a beautiful exploration about suffering in life and how to not make suffering...
Not be defined by...
Exactly. Not be defined by your suffering. And it's beautiful. The last scene
Who's in it? And he was the director?
It's the first feature directed from Ava Victor, who's also the main actress.
Okay.
You have her, Naomi Aki from Mickey 17.
Okay.
And John Carroll Lynch is in one scene, and Lucas Hedges is also in
Don't
it.
know any of them.
Lucas Hedges from Manchester by the Sea, the kid.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
My number 5, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Cool. Really?
I liked it a lot, even though like as a standalone, I see the flaws.
Me too.
I understand the issue, but again, 1996 was probably the year that made the most impact on me because I was literally at the movie theater every single Friday that summer.
Yeah.
You know, so I watched Mission Impossible. I watched the first one. I saw The Rock. I saw this movie that didn't really do well, but I thought was really well done, called Multiplicity with Michael Keaton and Andy McDowell. Michael Keaton, it's like cloning is good in this world. I think it's directed by Harold Ramis, the late, great Harold Ramis. He's like overwhelmed with being a husband and a father, so he clones himself to like so he can do other things and maybe just have a quiet moment for himself. And he ends up cloning himself like 3 times, like one to do the work around the house, one to be the sensitive, caring man for his wife, one to do odd jobs, and then now he can like go golfing, you know. And it's
I've seen something. I think it might have been that movie even. Like a clip.
It's really, really well done. I really enjoyed it. Cool. And so to kind of see like that bit of a retrospective in a way, even though I have, you know, varying thoughts on all the sequels.
In the Mission Impossibles.
In the Mission Impossibles. Like there are certain elements I love about part 2, even though the plot is just nonsense.
Yeah.
But it's John Woo, and he just does very John Woo things in it, which I thought was really fun. 3 is the one I dislike the most.
I like 3. Philip Seymour Hoffman makes 3 for me.
He's like probably the best villain in the entire series.
Yeah.
Because it's Philip Seymour Hoffman, you know. But I am not a fan of J.J. Abrams.
In general.
In general, I think he's the most overrated filmmaker probably in the history of Hollywood. Like, there's nothing really that he's done that I'm like, you are amazing, bro. There's things that he's done. I was like, okay, that was cool.
Yeah.
Like Alias, the show, like that was kind of cool. You know, anything particular, like the Star Trek movie. Okay, that was kind of cool. But I just think he's so overrated.
I love the Brad Bird one. Ghost Bird.
Yeah, part 4. That was like probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, me too.
Because I love Brad Bird as a director.
My favorite one, kind of a little bit by far, is Dead Reckoning.
The one before Final Reckoning.
I think that one, like,
Really cool. I love
Those
Isai
are-
Morales.
Yeah, I like Isai Morales too.
He is okay. You want to talk about a highway robbery snub, and he did a movie again. This is very old, 1987, La Bamba. It's the true story of Richie Valens. Have you ever heard of this guy before?
No.
Richie Valens was like the rock star, kind of, because his career was only 7 months long. In the 1950s rock and roll. And he died tragically in a plane crash with Buddy Holly, and I forget who the third guy was in the airplane. And he plays Richie Valens' brother, Bob, who's they love each other a lot, but he really feels like in his shadow, not just because of his stardom, but even before that, just growing up and everything. And so just his performance really makes that movie. It's so heartbreaking, funny, very serious, tragic. And he did not get nominated for Best Supporting Actor. And I'm like, you people don't know what you're talking about. It's one of the great performances. And the fact that he is still going with his career, even now, 40 years. So that to me is like, I love seeing him. I'm like, that's Bob.
And it's something I felt like the final movie did very well was make it huge.
Yes,
globe-trotting huge, which is what made the ending so emotional. I thought it was very well done. I saw a different cut of the movie because most complaints were it's too long. It's 2 hours 50. I saw a guy
it's a wee bit long.
Make it 2 hours and 10. And especially the final 10 minutes, he re-edited them, and it was not better, but cool. I'm gonna send it to you.
Maybe more rewatchable. It's not so long. But I really enjoyed it. It was fun. I didn't mind so much let's recap the entire franchise.
Yeah, me too. Me too. If you love a franchise, it's worth it.
Yeah, especially this one. This is 30 years. Well, 29 when it came out, but now it's like 2026. It was 30 years ago, man. He's still doing it. Well, it ended. But I appreciated it. Your number.
My number 5 is 20 years later. You like it?
I did like it a lot. I really, really liked it.
This was.
I love the Jimmies.
This was the movie that made me. Like, it broke me. The ending broke me. Because, I don't know, it was beautiful. Everything. Like, the first half is such an intense, classic zombie movie with experimental styles from Danny Boyle. Right? And the second half just becomes this beautiful relationship between the mother and the son. And then Ray Fiennes comes in. Amazing movie. I love the structure, I love the pacing, I love the scares, the style, the writing from Alex Garland. Every single performance is beautiful. Jodie Comer playing like a deceased mother. Amazing. Ray Fiennes, one of his best performances.
And the best directors can do that. You know what I mean? Danny Boyle is just one of the great ones.
And his partnership with Alex Garland is just all-timer.
But I mean, can you name a single Danny Boyle movie that doesn't suck? You might not like it.
No.
But it's
even Yesterday, I think it's cool.
To me, one of the movies that he did, which I thought was an absolutely impossible task, was the Steve Jobs movie.
With Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, because do you know the backstory of that movie? Originally, it's supposed to be David Fincher.
Really?
Yes. And it was supposed to be Christian Bale as Steve Jobs.
Not Ashton Kutcher.
Kutcher, but when I heard his casting, I was like, this movie's going to be incredible. He looks like Steve Jobs. He's definitely going to like give that, type of physical performance.
I have to see Steve Jobs. I haven't seen it yet.
It's written by Aaron Sorkin, one of my favorite screenwriter of all time. But then things happened, behind the scenes with the studio and salary and stuff. And to be honest, this is my personal opinion. I don't know this to be the case, but I think at some point Christian Bale might have gotten intimidated by the script. Because Aaron Sorkin, it's a very specific pace. There's like certain like articulation that you have to do because you have to like make the dialogue melodic, and there's a rhythm to the scenes between the actors. So it's a big ask. It's kind of like doing Shakespeare. And he can do Shakespeare. He did the Much Ado About Nothing movie. Christian Bale did back in the day. But I think it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then Michael Jackson, masterful performance. He was nominated for Best Actor.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Fassbender, excuse me. And then Danny Boyle, I was like, when I saw it, I'm like, it's a brilliantly made movie, broken up into 3 acts, and each act, he films it with a different film. So Act 1 is 16 millimeter film. Act 2 is 36, 35 millimeter. And then Act 3 is digital.
Yeah. Nice.
And so to kind of mark the different eras of the time of Steve Jobs. And it was just perfect. You know, great performances by Fassbender. Kate Winslet is in there. I just love every single performance. What is the name?
You're going to have to cut it together.
I'm going to have to splice this together.
Yeah.
We're good. Okay. Kind of thank God for CapCut. So, but Catherine Waterston, I think is her name.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, 2015 cast is
Kate Winslet? Catherine Waterston. She's great. She's in mid-90s and the Fantastic Beasts movies.
Yeah.
Michael Stolberg, I love him.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen, I didn't know this was a cool cast.
Great performance by Seth Rogen. You do not think he could have pulled off what he did, but it's incredible.
The Fablemans, him and the Fablemans.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
He's great.
All right. So,
and just 20 years later is probably my favorite zombie movie.
That's a really good one. Okay, number 4, The Secret Agent.
Okay.
I loved it. I loved it so much. Slow, methodical. I mean, the definition of a slow burn, a necessary slow burn.
Yeah.
And one of the things, and I was having, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but one of the things that because I had actually had this conversation with, I don't know if it was with you. Maybe we did it off camera after we finished filming. I love being dropped in a world.
Yeah, to me.
And then just like figure it out. And The Secret Agent is very much that, because it's such a Brazilian movie.
And it doesn't give you a roadmap to understand.
No, it doesn't.
The world.
And I love that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, let's orient myself, so you're even more in the world by doing that, and of course, amazing performance by Wagner Moura. Everyone has an incredible performance. Highway Robbery with Best Casting category.
Yeah.
And so,
No, it's amazing. One. It's amazing.
Okay, let's kind of
rush through
this a little bit.
Number 4, Fantastic Four. First steps, not a coincidence.
Awesome. Wow.
This is top 10 MCU for me. I think the family dynamics is perfect. I think the balance between humor and familial drama is great. I think every casting from the 4 is perfect. Yeah. I love that it's a space adventure. I love that it looks completely different from any other MCU movie. It looks beautiful. Everything, it's very classic story like F1. Like it's what you expect from a Fantastic Four movie, but it's amazing. And the Michael Giacchino score is amazing.
I still laugh every time I watch that reel of the press interview where Joseph Quinn. The reporter says something suggestive, and then Joseph Quinn just stares at
Evan Moss-Backrack.
Yes, thank you. And then he just can't.
They just can't hold together.
Stop.
Yeah.
It's such a great meme.
Yeah, brilliant casting for them.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 3 for me, weapons.
Weapons, cool.
Love weapons.
Yeah.
We've talked so much about weapons.
Yeah, we talked about everything about weapons, even in this episode, right? My number 3 is Rental Family. This one is...
Nice. It's one of those that's like, I should watch it.
You would love it.
I think I would. I love sentimentality.
Everyone I've talked to about this movie has loved it. It's about being present. It's about having purpose, connecting with people.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful movie, life-affirming, inspirational. Yeah. And Brendan Fraser is a GOAT. I love him.
Yeah, he's great. Number 2, Frankenstein.
Your number 2 is right. I think our top 2...
Wait, did you say number 3? No, you don't think you said...
Yeah, my number 3 is A Rental Family.
Okay, sorry, you just did.
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Number 2. Okay.
I think I told you after I watched it, I'm like, it's going to win everything. It needs to win everything, But I watched Sinners More, and I'm like, damn, this is so good.
Yeah.
But actually, I was talking about this today with somebody. I wonder how much of... Well, actually, no. I'm going to say what I'm going to say when I say number 1.
Okay.
It's related.
Okay.
Your number 2.
My number 2, Sinners. We have the same top 2, just inverted, I think.
Okay.
My number 2 is Sinners. Talk about it.
Okay, so because Sinners is my number one.
And my number one is Frankenstein.
Yeah. So the thing with Sinners to me is like, I'm starting to, not that whether or not I think it's great or how much I like it, but I'm wondering how much of it, and this might be a pointless thought process, but I'm wondering how much of my enjoyment and appreciation of it has to do with the fact that it's one of the few original stories Hollywood is telling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like, let me see. So much is like, okay, so Mission Impossible, sequel. The Naked Gun, part of a legacy. You know what I mean? Frankenstein. You know, it's been done, I think, 1,000 times.
For me, Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. So everything is like based on something or a new take on something or a sequel or whatever. And Sinners is just so expertly done at all levels that it's like, maybe I'm just impressed by the fact that it's something new.
And this good.
Original. There's nothing before it. You know, and then it just kind of takes things that you're familiar with. If if you've seen movies for a long time, like you can very much watch Sinners and be like, oh yeah, I remember something similar in From Dusk Till Dawn.
But still,
like, you know, I've seen movies, seen vampire movies. I've seen movies that take place during Jim Crow.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But then like it's so well combined, you know, to tell this original story. I love
it's a bit of everything, like a musical, action, drama, comedy, horror, everything.
Social commentary, way down the line.
But still so
relevant.
Yeah, and it's so well done. It's rare to see social commentary this well done.
Yeah.
And it's left ambiguous, right? You can interpret what the vampires mean, what the ending means.
I've seen many different interpretations, and I'm like,
many of
yes, all of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And for me, Frankenstein is just, it's the kind of movie that reminds me why I love movies. Right? It also has everything to me. The Jacob Elordi casting is one of the most unprecedented pieces of casting I've ever seen, because he's the guy from The Kissing Booth. He's the guy from the Euphoria show and from Saltburn, which is like a popular movie, right?
Yeah.
And it was Andrew Garfield to do the monster before. So his casting was brilliant. It looks beautiful. I don't care what people say about it looking digital. It looks amazing.
I love how it looked.
The entire structure.
It's how you should use digital.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like David Fincher uses digital.
Exactly. That's what Del Toro says.
Yeah.
If you have the tool available and you want to use it to its max.
Yeah.
Right? It's, I think, one of the most essential stories, like a very bare bones, raw story that connects with so many people in so many different ways, right? It's about connection, fatherhood, generations.
Yeah.
Experience of being human. I think it's beautiful. And I love Frankenstein.
All right, cool.
Cool.
All right, so let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Thank you, mister.
And we'll see you guys next time.